everything I've done, it's been for him.
Listen, I've watched the whole thing. I really want to say congratulations. You guys did such great work with this.
Thank you.
So I know how movies and TV shows are made, and this had to have been a very intense shoot and just difficult with all the elements. Would you both say that this is the hardest thing you've worked on?
I'd say in some respects, definitely. I think I'm someone who doesn't do well with cold. And let me tell you, the first time there, my God, no, seriously. Like, I mean, I was wearing like a 12-kilo woolen dress, which was useful against the cold, but it's ruthless, but it also gives you a lot for free. So, yeah.
Yeah. I consider myself an athlete. I was a professional fighter before this. But my very first scene shooting with on that Pete Berg type beat, I literally was getting cramps, and I didn't want anybody to know. So I was telling the AD, I'm like, shh, keep smashing the Gatorade. I need this because I'm getting a cramp. But yeah, it was super intense.
When you saw the shooting schedule in front of you, what day did you have circled in terms of I cannot wait to film this? And was there anything circled in terms of how the F are we going to film this?
For me, I had my scenes that I was like, man, I'm really looking forward to this. And then I would downplay other scenes. But honestly, with me, I was like, even the scenes that every day was just like, wow, we did that. Like, wow, that was created. And the scenes that I thought weren't going to be super bangers or intense turned out to be really intense. So there was like every day I felt like for me just surpassed the day before.
That's a good point. I think I always have this, but the moments you look forward to most tend to be not the ones that stand out the most in the end. Yeah. But answering your question, Steve, I think any scenes where Abish is with the tribe and she's finally like finding a part of herself with them. So any of the kind of, I don't want to spoil too much, but like the ritualistic scenes, there's in particular a moment between Red Feather and Abish that's quite beautiful. I think it's in episode 5. Like that was a big moment, that one of those where I looked forward to it and it led up to it and it felt amazing after it stayed with me.
Yeah. The stuff between you guys is fantastic. Derek, I read that, and I could be wrong, that you stayed in character from when you got to set to when you left. Is that true or not true?
Very true. I segregated myself a lot. Kind of did my own thing. I wanted my coworkers and co-stars to know that I'm available, especially Saura. You know, she's coming all the way from London. Hey, Saura, don't be walking around Santa Fe. You have my number. Please use it. You need anything, I'm here. But with the rest of everybody, I kind of did my own thing, and I locked myself away in my room with my dialogue and language and Red Feather, and I was good. I was totally happy.
So I definitely want to talk about some of the action and talk a little bit about what that was like for you, because some of it's pretty intense, especially to film.
It is, yeah. But I love a challenge. I really do. I really do. You tell me jump, I say how high. And with Pete, it was that from the beginning. He was like, "Are you healthy? Are you fit? Are you able?" And I was like, "Yes, sir, I'm ready." And, we did a month of cowboy camp, which was amazing because I'd never ridden a horse before. I'd never shot a gun before. I considered myself fit, but then when you're out there in the elements and you have the adrenaline, I mean, it feels like something else is working. So it was amazing. I loved it. It was really tough though.
I'm so curious though, like something like this. I love the way learning about how actors prepare to film something. So for both of you, say you're shooting in a month on whatever, like how early before this shoot started were you like starting to mentally prepare your character and getting in the headspace and so you could be ready and present on that first day of filming?
I personally need to do a lot of research. I think it changes also project to project, but for this one in particular, I knew I needed to prepare myself in a kind of like an academic way so that I could be as present as I could be for the human experience to happen. So that was me on this one. A lot of reading and imaginary like prep, building the backstory of Abish to then kind of see what's happening on set and talk to Pete and like meet whoever's in front of me and just react.
For me, a lot of it was just genetic memory. You know, I have a skill set. I know my craft. I know how to go about that. So there's just a lot of emotion swirling inside, you know, going through those moments where I'm like, this stuff really happened to my family. This is in my blood. So it was like reliving those. I don't want to say traumatic moments because, you know, a lot of times I think it builds who we are today. So my people have been through those moments. And it's just learning to turn the war paint don't come off.
Well, I actually, speaking of the war paint, can you talk about its significance? Because I read that it is very significant. Just if you could go into that.
Yeah, absolutely. So big love to Howard and Johnny. They worked with me on that. They let me be me. Initially, my character, when he was a little boy, his name was Wide Smile. And I was always happy. And then this stuff happened. So my war paint is coming from a lot of pain. I'm covered. And my tears now are lightning bolts. The lines that I wear every day that never come off means that because of what's happened to me, I'm always at war with my mind, my body, and my spirit.
I think it's that kind of authenticity and that kind of anyway. I think Peter did a great job with allowing all this to happen. For both of you, I hate asking something generic, but I'm going to ask this, which is like, what are you most excited for audiences to get out of this? Because it's so different than what's on television right now.
I would say it's a roller coaster. It's definitely, audiences will probably go through an emotional journey through the show. I think the thing that I'm most excited for people to experience and is like through the characters, I think everyone goes through a sort of death and a rebirth. And I think that's a huge thing. Like, we all have it in different phases of our lives, but in this show, you definitely get to see people sometimes go through one or sometimes go through both, and to empathize with it and to really experience it.
Me, same boat. I really want them to understand the realness and the rawness of what went on, the truth.
On that note, I got to stop. I'm just going to say congrats, and I'm very confident this is going to be a big hit on Netflix. Thank you for giving me your time.
Appreciate you, brother.